Good afternoon, you're watching CBJ News. I'm Rayla Zara Iqbal.
And I'm Mandeep Kaur. Coming up on today's show, a memorial in Nottingham is remembering the lives lost in the Manchester terror attack. Council tax scammers in Nottingham have been encouraging people to bank their details over a phone conversation. And Nottingham fashion designer has made clothes with living plants in them.
Your top story for this afternoon, Broadmarsh car park is set to be demolished. It is to be replaced by new shops and cafes, along with a more modern car park and brand new bus station facilities. The refurbishment plan for the Broadmarsh shopping centre will be completed by 2019.
Nottingham has shown solidarity with Manchester following the terrorist attack. St Barnabas Cathedral on North Circus Street is open to the public for prayers, and they have started a memorial book for people to leave a message for the victims.
Flags are flying at half-mast today in memory of the Manchester victims. There's an increased police presence throughout Nottingham due to the terror threat level increasing to critical by the Prime Minister Theresa May. But this has done little to ease fears of another attack occurring in a busy area.
No, I don't. As we were walking down, we said, I wonder if there's a police presence, and then we saw a policeman on the street. So, yeah, it's very worrying.
I think it was predictable that something was going to happen somewhere, but this one, it's going to the lowest to depth now, into the kids.
In the very centre of the city, services such as the tram system are running as normal. People are getting on with their lives despite the apparent immediate threat facing the United Kingdom. But the persistent worry that religious and cultural divides may create a level of anger between different societies is something the residents of Nottingham are keen to quash.
What people have to realise is that the people who perpetrated this do not represent that religion. These are people who, for their own personal agenda, want to wreak havoc on
Whatever colour, everybody should be together and hold hands, unite, really around the world.
At Nottingham Cathedral, their message is similar to that of the public's, putting aside all faith and cultures to come together in solidarity against a terrorist threat.
Well, we stand together. We stand together regardless, whether you're a person of faith or no faith. All of us have a responsibility to work for the common good of everybody. So we stand together as best we can.
It may take some time for the threat level to drop again, but the people of Nottingham are determined to enjoy the sun regardless. The United Kingdom has shown that it can come together in the face of adversity regardless of faith, culture, age or political view. Joanna Mwansa, CBJ News.
The national terror threat level is at its highest in 10 years after the suicide bombing in Manchester on Monday night. We sent reporter Luke Shanahan to find out whether Nottingham has anything to fear in the days following the attack.
Nottingham's flags are raised at half-mast in a show of defiance and solidarity with all those hurt by the terror attack in Manchester on Monday night. But after the terror level was raised from severe to critical, the people of Nottingham fear the threat is not yet over.
It is quite scary, to be honest, yes. So many things happening around, which is one after another. It's not good, and it's quite scary, yeah.
Personally, I thought it was inevitable it was going to happen, and it didn't come such a big surprise, It was something that was in the pipeline, sort of thing.
To survive in this atmosphere, that's what we have to do, just stay together and not let the people who try to scare and try to do the things which are not nice. That's the only way we can go through this, to support each other and help each other.
That we are a tolerant nation, and I think we really are too soft, really.
Nottingham City Council's leader, John Collins, made this statement.
Our thoughts are with the victims and families of this terrible attack at the Manchester Arena, and we pay tribute to the emergency services who worked through the night to support them. Flags will be flying at half-mast across our council buildings, and there is a book of condolence at the council house this morning for anyone wishing to pay their respects.
After the attack on Manchester Arena, there are concerns about the big events and artists coming to Nottingham's own multi-thousand-seat arena this summer. Notepoint was keen to reassure the city in this statement.
As a fellow member of the National Arenas Association, we work tirelessly alongside Manchester Arena and all other UK arenas in developing processes and procedures to ensure that our customers have a great concert experience, but most importantly are safe in our venues. At the Motorpoint Arena Nottingham, all our staff receive mandatory training on counter-terrorism and emergency procedures on a regular basis. Every event we host is risk assessed based on the nature of the event and intelligence from the police, including counter-terrorism officers.
Luke Shanahan, CBJ News.
Council tax scammers have been tricking people into giving out their bank details over the phone. Zachariah Bahman was in the newsroom earlier telling us how people are being tricked by these scammers.
Well, residents have been receiving fake calls from scammers in the area trying to get money out of homeowners. A woman has been contacted by scammers who pretended to be a private company, telling her that she's under the wrong banding for her property. And they told her that they can reduce her payments if she pays £120 over the phone. So she has been tricked by thinking that she will save money. The resident then cancelled her payments when she called the company and could not reach them through the number that was given to her.
And have the council done anything to solve this problem?
Well, this is not the first incident to be reported on scammers, and the council have issued an alert of scammers through emails, phone calls, and even text messages of people pretending to be from the authorities and from private companies. And a council spokesperson stated that you should not make payments over the phone, and you should not believe the scammers. They might as well tell you that you may be fined up to £7,000, but there are ways to find if this is false.
So, Zach, how can you tell that on the other end of the line there is a false scammer?
Well, before making any payments, you should contact the council revenue on 0115 907 1000 just to make sure that the payment is going to the right place with the right amount and securely transferred.
Thank you, Zach.
A fashion student at Nottingham Trent has developed a clothing line that features garments with living plants growing inside of them. Ellie Oldacre's Livewire range will be on show on Friday for the next 3 weeks. Iona Hampson takes us on an exclusive preview.
If you live for fashion, living plants growing inside of your clothes might be your new love affair. Livewire is 100% biodegradable and features air plants, sunflower seeds and shooting beans. While the collection was created as a reaction against the fast fashion movement, the nature-loving angle allows a 22-year-old designer to experiment with designs and concepts.
It all started from an interview that I saw, a documentary about veganism and how much eating meat is detrimental to the environment. So I wanted to do something that sort of helps that in some way. So I wanted to create clothes that sort of make a difference, and to sort of combat fast fashion in a way. So we're not just continually buying new clothes, and they've sort of got more of a purpose other than just the aesthetic sort of value. Probably the most special one is the bomber jacket. So that's got little seed pockets in it, and so there's little poppers, and you can just take out the puffy bit, and then you could plant it in your little kitchen planter.
We took the designs onto the streets of Nottingham to see whether the city is wild for the clothes.
It's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd wear clothes that have a...
If I liked them, it wouldn't put me off. That is very, very different. I've never seen it before. I don't know, it's quite unique, I think. A lot of people actually buy them. I really like the nature theme, actually. There are actual bits of leaves and seeds in there, because that's really cool.
While the clothes are not yet on the high street, the collection's unique designs and sustainable features mean we might have plants growing in our wardrobe sometime very soon. Iona Hampson, CBJ News.
Aimed at spreading green awareness and promoting local businesses in Nottingham, the Woodthorpe Nursery holds special events every year. CBJ Shruti Jaggi has more.
The Woodthorpe Park Plant Open Day is an event held biannually. It showcases a wide variety of plants grown for Nottingham's floral displays. These shrubs, plants and bushes are also kept for sale at relatively economic prices for the city's nature lovers. The event also includes refreshment stalls, wooden artifact workshops, colourful handmade clay pots, among other activities.
So the nursery is growing plants for wholesale to all of these councils up and down the country. But here in the shop we're able to retail directly to the public. So it's a retail opportunity for the City Council. And in that respect, that money is then able to be recycled back into the City Council's budget and cash flow, and thus helping keep council tax down.
One of the biggest plus points of holding such events is the fact that they provide a platform for small and local business owners to exhibit their products to a wider Nottingham audience. The event thus serves as a great venue for doing direct outside marketing.
I benefit from these kind of events because it's a great way of getting with the locals. You can talk to all kinds of people from around the city about your brand, what it is, and most importantly they can touch it, they can see it and smell it before they buy it. So obviously if you're buying on the internet you don't have that privilege.
Apart from plants and trees, the Woodthorpe Plant Park shop also deals in bird care and fertilizers. But running such a diverse shop away from the hustle and bustle of the city centre poses its own set of challenges for the shop staff.
Probably the biggest challenge is actually getting people to know we're actually here. Because even though the park is one of the most popular parks in Nottingham and the nursery's been here for 30, 40 years, because it's so tucked away, people actually don't know we're still here. So that's probably the biggest challenge.
Although the nursery is not open throughout the year, but the Woodthorpe Park Plant shop remains open to customers on a routine basis. But the main attraction for this shop continues to remain the nursery, which garners the attention of the people in Nottingham more than anything else. Shruti Jaggi, CBJ News.
And now for your cricket and football sports news with Mike.
Big news for Notts County today, as the threat of liquidation has finally been lifted. A winding-up order was placed on the Magpies last July when they had debts of over £500,000 before current owner Alan Hardy purchased the club. But a dramatic compromise has been signed in order to pay the debt. And for Nottingham Forest, an ever-present for the last 5 years is no more. The Kuwaiti flag, representing the home nation of former owner Fawaz Al-Hassawi, has been taken down. Many fans see this as signifying a new start and a new direction under Evangelos Marinakis. And in cricket, Nottinghamshire expect wicketkeeper Chris Reed to be fit to face former side Gloucestershire at Trent Bridge on Friday. The 38-year-old, who is retiring at the end of the season, injured his hip in the last fixture against Glamorgan. That's all for your sport.
Thanks, Mike. Now, to see if the weekend's going to have some hot weather, let's hear it from William.
Most of Nottinghamshire is clear for now, but cloud cover may roll in during the afternoon, making the atmosphere feel quite heavy. Highs of 22 degrees. During the afternoon, the clouds should break with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures should drop to around 15 degrees during the night, and for a cool and fresh start towards tomorrow morning. Tomorrow it should be much the same as today, highs peaking just a little bit higher at 24, with sunny spells throughout. Moving into the start of the bank holiday weekend, Friday will be dry and feeling hot in strong spells of sunshine. And Saturday will be much more of the same, with maximum temperatures of 24 degrees. On Sunday, however, there is a chance of thundery showers, unfortunately, arriving in the afternoon.
And that's all for your news. For further details on all of our stories and to keep up to date with the local news, please visit our website on cbjnewsreports.co.uk.
Thank you for joining us.
And have a lovely evening.